It's now archery season again here in Montana. I'm a little under 60 yards from this bull, but can't find a shot opening. This time of the year not only means a new season is upon us, but it also means another season of into high country is behind us. The past 12 months while filming, I've found myself in some incredible locations across the globe. From chasing true free-range red stags in Patagonia, to Mexico in search of giant desert mule deer. My favorite spot's right here in Montana, and bow hunting elk in New Mexico for the first time, I found myself face to face with a bull on the very last day.
Gave me silver to fix it with lead. Vultures circling overhead, there's a number to mind their song.
Season 15 was overall incredible, but nothing came easy for me this year. If I was successful in notching my tag, it was likely the last day of the hunt, or close to it. That being said, like most things in life, I wouldn't change a thing.
No time wasted on a cold dark day, smelled their beer from a mile away.
Better luck tomorrow. Been looking forward to this thing.
Charged in fast as the morning broke, thunder and lightning in a cloud of smoke. Vultures circling overhead, there's a number to mind their song. Covered in blood and I only see red, living too fast, it won't last long. Ever on the run, never look back, son. Live by the gun and you're gonna die young. Ever on the run, never look back, son. You live by the gun and you're gonna die young.
Last night of our hunt. What a way to end it. Looking back on last season, it wouldn't be complete without bow hunting elk here in my home
He's
state.
actually 8x7, and as pretty a bull elk as you're ever gonna see. Just an absolute next level bull. I've never seen that bull. I have no pictures. Now we're completely out of it, and there's still an hour at least left of good light. Whew, that was a big dog. Man, that was so pretty when he was going around the hill right there. His antlers were all lit up, and whew, that's what you dream of. They're way down there. They seem like they're going this way. Which is a bummer.
small hit of dopamine floods in my bloodstream. A notification calls me to act now. Constant distractions divert my attention to the fact that I'm no longer happy somehow. The media.
For the past 2 weeks, I've been on the road hunting elk in several spots. The first stop was my first time hunting elk in New Mexico, where I met up with some great friends and was able to take my first New Mexico bull on the last evening of the hunt.
Ducked down and stuck him standing right in that bottom. And he took last day bull, came right into our laps.
I didn't have a chance to look at him at all. He just came over that cliff like in my face at 7 yards, and I was at full draw already.
I think it's the biggest bull we've taken here in 4 years.
Is it really?
That's in most years that's a herd bull. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Then we had a change of pace and headed for the high country of Montana to meet up and hunt with my good friend Derek Wolf, NFL legend who shares a passion for chasing elk. Although we had a rough week of weather, we had a blast, but never could connect on a good bull for Derek.
Yeah, at one point that one bugled, and I was like, damn, he's like, that's close.
Yeah, he was right there. He was right on top of us. You can't see into that.
It had been a long archery season up to this point. I had been hunting elk for over 30 days, and this was likely my last opportunity. This was one of the most incredible elk seasons I've had, even if I didn't notch my tag. It seems like the more I hunt, the more I've learned to appreciate the entire process, and that it's perfectly okay when they get away sometimes. Much like hunting elk in September, rifle hunting muleys during the November rut will always hold a special place in my heart and remind me of hunting when I was just a boy. Typically, my first few days are spent looking to see where I can even find deer. Growing up, that wasn't a problem, but now it's not as easy. Once I start finding deer, I'll spend days watching them through my spotter to try to identify the oldest bucks in the basin. Once I do that, I'll do it again until I find the buck I've been looking for.
Tall. But yeah, just no front forks.
We've got a really, really good buck spotted. Best buck we've seen all season. He's in this huge sage basin, so although he kind of seems like he's out in the wide open.
Where the pavement ends, on X begins. As I walked up to the buck, I couldn't help but to stop and just look around to take it all in. And just like that, I was hit with a flood of memories. Memories of hunts past and what had brought me here in the first place. Feels great to be sitting behind this buck. He's just a classic buck. He shows real well, real pretty. Just a lot of character to his antlers. Growing up here in Montana, I was obsessed with learning to hunt black bears here in the mountains around my home. It wasn't easy at first. I had trouble even finding bears, but eventually it started to happen more and more. My goal in the beginning was to just get a bear. As long as it wasn't a sow with cubs and a legal one, I was going to be happy regardless of size or color. Then it turned into searching for different color bears. After I had taken bears of about every color, then it became about size. I wanted a big, mature bear. Then it became about getting one that was bigger than the last. Now, I've taken around 26 bears in my lifetime, so what I'm looking for has become a lot more challenging. I don't regret any decision I made this year. I learned a lot of new country and hunted in ways that I've always wanted to do. Learning for me is as big a part of the adventure as filling my tag. I don't regret not taking that bear. Looking back and analyzing it, I feel like I made the right decision. And as the old saying goes, he'll be bigger next year. I look forward to expanding on what I learned this year, backpacking and doing things a little bit differently. It makes me excited to push harder next year. The thing I've learned at this point in bear hunting is I still love hunting bears as much as I always do. It's just become harder for me to take them. But I can promise, I'll be right back here doing it again next year. When I look back on season 15, my time in Patagonia was special. Like, really special. The term once in a lifetime is used a lot, but this hunt truly stacked up to the meaning of that term. This hunt was next level.
We're back hunting red stags down here in Argentina, Patagonia area. Just feeling pretty lucky right now.
We're now halfway through the first part of our hunt here in Patagonia, and for the first time since we arrived, I have my bow in hand. This morning, Willie fulfilled his dream of taking his very first red stag.
Made a bucket list hunt happen. And couldn't be more stoked with this super cool, old, mature stag.
Needless to say, I was excited to be here and get the opportunity to hunt free-range red stag here in Patagonia.
Well, he is down. Man, look at that frame on him. Oh, geez.
Not only was I able to arrow a great management stag on the fourth day, but I was able to take my biggest stag by far at dark on the very last night. Once Joaquin and I got into position, it was just a waiting game. Either this was going to work out, or it wasn't. But we couldn't move. We were here for the night.
Running right at us. That bull just came out of the timber up here. He's coming right towards us. Okay.
Dropped him. Good job, buddy.
So to be able to come hunt true free-range red stag like this and kill a bull like this is an absolute dream come true. He's got so much character. As I sit here editing this show and going through the footage from last season, I am quickly reminded at how many great people I got to spend time with in so many amazing places in the world. I can't help but to sit here feeling truly blessed in so many ways.
50, 60.
I didn't see you watched him go down.
I heard him crash, and I said, okay, he's right there. And then he did the old one more, and he flipped over, and I could see the throat patch. So I mean, he was 15 yards.
And as far as the next season goes, we're just getting started, and I already can't wait to share it. I want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in every week. I truly couldn't share this hunting lifestyle and the importance of it in today's society without all of your support. So until next time, keep the wind in your face, and I hope to see you on the mountain.